Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to WCFL Dolphins Talk. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. It's a chilly 38 degrees here in Florida. Not as cold as up there where our co-host Johnny O's at.
What's up, Papa Paul? How are you, brother?
Oh, running a little behind, but better late than never.
That's right. I was watching. I saw it pop up. It's chilly. It's, let's see here, 27 degrees. It's 27 degrees out right now and windy.
A little bit colder than we are. I think we're up to 40 right now.
Well, it's the wind that really gets you. The cold is all right, but it's the wind, man.
I agree with you. When it's windy out, I mean, it just cuts through you like no tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like 25, 30 mile an hour winds, gusts of 40 miles an hour.
Gives me the chills just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'll be dressed nice and warm. Leave here about 10:30ish to go up to the stadium. So,
and what you said, it's about a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, gates open at 11:35. So,
you got a group that you tailgate with up there?
Actually, I go to the same spot every year, and I tell everybody where I'm at, so they come over there.
Okay.
So, like Tom and Jedediah and Gary and Dan Steo and a couple others are coming over. Sticky might show up. I sent him the info, so whoever's around, if you're going to the game and you're watching, the end of J parking lot near K, I got plenty of food, burgers, dogs, potato salad, macaroni salad. Just bring what you drink.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So there's a lot of there's a lot of games today that are a must-win situation for different teams. Like the Buccaneers, if they lose, they're out. They need a win to be in.
Yeah, and you got the big one, the Detroit-Minnesota game for the division.
Yeah.
And whoever loses that is going to be the number 5 seed, which is ridiculous, but can have 14 wins and be the number 5 seed.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
But whoever ends up with the 4, Tampa Bay or Atlanta, does not want either Detroit or Minnesota coming in their house next week.
Yeah. I don't blame them, because Minnesota's got a hell of a defense, and my wife just saw this morning. She's like, "Van Ginkel made Pro Bowl." Like,
yep.
Yes, I know, honey.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, winners. What's up, brother?
What's going on? I thought Paul was going to do the show by his damn self. I'm like, okay, it's 9 o'clock. I don't got no messages. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
I said the same thing. I'm watching my phone, and as soon as it popped up, I hit it to jump in, and he already had the pre-stuff going on, and I'm like, damn.
Okay.
I was sitting there doing things on the phone, and I looked down. It was 8:59. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
How you doing this morning, winners?
I'm doing good, man. I mean, I'm just looking forward to us whooping on the Jets today. I really need to beat the Jets. We need to beat the Jets today, guys. I mean, come on. I do not want to end this season going into MetLife losing to the fucking Jets. I just don't.
I understand that. I can agree with that. I don't want to lose to the Jets. No, I just know that our home game against the Jets was a tight one, and yeah, I'm just it gives me the worries.
I mean, I think it worries everybody. I don't think Tua's playing today, is he?
Not that I
don't
know
think
of.
so.
I think a lot of guys are not probably playing today.
So, there's a lot of guys on a lot of other teams that aren't playing today.
Well, they don't have anything to play for. I mean, the most meaningful game today is Minnesota versus Detroit later on tonight. That's going to be the game.
And that's it's funny to say it can't be, but it's almost like a Super Bowl game.
Yeah, listen, it gives you Super Bowl vibes. It gives you NFC Championship vibes, and it's a divisional game on top of it, and it's for the number one seed, and it's for the division too. So I mean, it has a lot of implications because a lot of things can happen during this game.
Yeah, that's one game that is going to be a top. If you're not watching the game, you're not a football fan.
I'm gonna watch that game. I'm watching. Well, before I came on here, I've been watching my wrestling pay-per-views over the weekend. I watched one yesterday. I'm watching the other one that took place already over there in Japan. So I'm watching that one, and I said I can pause it for an hour and come talk to you guys and just sit there and say this, man. I want us to win. I know there's a slim chance that we can, but I still have faith in this team no matter what. And I would hope that we can sit there and make a statement at the end of the season and show everybody that we can play below fucking cold temperatures. Because it is nice and balmy, 23 degrees right now. And when you go out there, I can promise you this. I know, Johnny, you going, right, Johnny?
Hell yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, so you already know. I know for a fact you're going to have layers on layers. So I already know. If you're not from the area and you're not used to the cold, I would advise you to sit there, drink some hot tea and cocoa, and bundle up, Buttercup, because it's not to be played with out there, especially out there where it's open. So it's even more cold out there than it would be in the city areas like where I'm at or where Johnny is.
Yeah, well, it's windy as hell up here too. So
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, another game like I was telling Johnny is the Bucks game. The Bucks in New Orleans. The Bucks need a win or they're out.
Yeah.
They win and they're in.
Right.
Frickin' Cleveland screwed me last night. They couldn't stay within 20 points of the Ravens.
Did you expect anything less? I don't know why you took that. I wouldn't have touched that. I wouldn't have touched that at all.
What, 20 points?
Yeah, bro, I'm not touching that. It's the fucking Cleveland Browns.
I understand.
yeah, Cleveland only scored 3 against us.
Yeah.
You'd still think they'd stay within 20.
No. Hell no.
So,
Nope. But so what is the latest news of hearing that Greer might sit there and resign and become a senior official? Is that the rumor going on around now?
well, the rumor is he's going to retire and become a senior advisor.
Wow.
I mean,
pray that we can get Lewis Riddick.
Yeah, that would be a good thing if he retired.
Yeah, no, it's a double-edged sword because everybody complained about Greer all these years, and we don't know what's to come. You know what I mean? So it could be a gift and a curse. So everybody wishing Greer to be out, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it, and you don't know what you got coming in. You don't know what the future GM would want to do with this team. That's including coaches. That includes players. So it's a lot. It's a lot to sit there and think about. So be careful what you ask for, ladies and gentlemen, because you just might get it.
Well, the coach, I believe, as the article said, that McDaniels is still around for at least another year since Ross gave McDaniels the game ball from the 49ers game. So, as we know, Ross and they were raising their fist like they won the Super Bowl when we won that game.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, you can sit there and say that could be for public image, and we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I mean? It might look good on the outside, but we don't know what's going on the inside. And I understand what you're saying, but we'll never know what's going on because public image, it might look all peaches and cream on the outside, but on the inside, he might be getting laid the fuck out right now. You just don't know. So,
I agree with you. We've said that on the show many times. Johnny says it all the time. We're not privy to what's behind closed doors.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'll take that as a grain of salt. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect McDaniels to get fired at all. Everybody's calling for his head after one bad year. I get it. I do. But my whole thing is, I swear a lot of you guys out there and women out there are not GMs because I'm happy that you guys aren't. Because if you had a losing season, you would fire everybody after one losing season. Shit, you wouldn't have no coaches that want to your franchise.
Not necessarily, but it's not the fact that he had a losing season with me. It's the fact that he has not changed things that even he said he needs to change.
Well, my whole thing is this, and this is what I'll say to everybody. And as much as everybody wants McDaniel out of here, people want Tua out of here. That shit makes my fucking ears bleed. And it's not that I'm a Tua lover. It's not that I'm Tua 9. It's not that I'm on the Tua train. People got to understand business. They got to understand the business aspect of this. If you're going to just sit there and get rid of one player after giving them $167 million, something's wrong with you. So you're gonna have to ride that out. Period. Point blank. That's called investment. They are investing this team under this man tutelage for at least the next 3 years. So you might as well get used to it. And if you guys hate this man or hate players so much,
they're only committed to Tua for up until through 2026, so 2 more years.
2 more years. So, I mean, my whole thing is if people and fans want to sit there, it's players that I have not liked either, but damn it, it's just to a point like I'm not understanding. I really don't understand where you like the team but shit on the quarterback. That makes no sense to me.
I agree with you. Look, I don't love Tua. I don't hate Tua. I'm a Tua supporter because he's my quarterback. I'm not saying get rid of Tua. I'm not saying get rid of McDaniels. I'm just saying this is his year right now. This 4th year coming up is his most definite year. If he doesn't make the changes that he has said he needs to make, and still there is no, changes made, then his head should be chopped. But he himself has said several times there's changes he needs to make, that, and he doesn't make the changes.
Right.
I'm not saying we just paid the man. I'm not saying we need to get rid of him right now. I'm willing to give him another year.
Right, because my whole thing is you got to think about the business aspect, which we don't know the business aspect of McDaniel's contract.
Yeah,
this man just got an extension. You don't know how much money he might have got up front in that extension. I'm just going to go ahead and fire the coach and then let this man walk with my money that I just gave him. No, it just doesn't work that way. Unless he was putrid, then that's very understandable. But damn it, don't get me wrong. It's to the point that we would want to sit there and be like, yo, dude, what are you doing? And we've been saying that week after week. I get it. But gentlemen and ladies, I mean, we are at 500. We might not be where we want to be, but thing about it is some of those games were all on us. We shouldn't have lost against Arizona. We shouldn't have lost against the Colts. We shouldn't have lost against Tennessee. We shouldn't have lost against the Bills. You win those 4 games, we're in the seeds. We're seeded. if we win those 4 games.
I agree with you.
So
there's
I tell people,
a lot of ifs, ands, or buts.
yeah, I mean, so with that being said, look, it might not be the season that we want. The season is still mathematically still not over. Feels like morally it is somewhat to a lot of us, because we already know what it is. Because right now, the Chiefs don't look like they're going to be starting Mahomes or a lot of those starters. So it look like Carson Wentz will be at the helm against the Broncos later on today. So all we can do, ladies and gentlemen, is do and handle what we got to handle, which is beating the Jets. We can't worry about what the Chiefs do against the Broncos. That's going to be what it's going to be. But we got to handle matters at hand against the Jets today, and we need to go in there and we need to sit there and not act scared and freezing and cold and play a fucking game.
Yeah, but if I can dress warm and go out there and sit in the damn stands when I'm not moving around, they should be able to go out there and play a damn game. They're running. They got heaters. They got heavy coats. They got everything they need on the sideline. Stop worrying about the damn cold and go out and play football.
I mean, they're going to bring 3,500 pounds of fucking equipment with them like they did against Green Bay. Look, make it fucking count, guys. This is going to be the last game. This could be the last game of the fucking season. Let's go out there and make it count. Let's sit there and show these fans that came out here. Let's show ourselves, and we can shut all these analysts up that we can actually play in the cold. Now, could you imagine? And I'm just putting this out there. And like I said this last week, could you imagine going into a cold MetLife Stadium today, beating the Jets in sub-cold temperatures, which if you do win this game and the Chiefs do beat the Broncos today, you will be facing against the Bills next week in Buffalo. So this preps you against going against Buffalo. Otherwise. So,
Well, I tell you, it's like Calais Campbell said in his little interview, is he's playing this game as like it's his last game of his career. So he's playing it with all his heart.
Oh, he's done that for years. So I mean, it's
every year at the end of the season, he plays the last game like it's the last game, and then when the season's over with, he evaluates his body himself and says whether he's going to go on or not.
18 years in the game, and he looks phenomenal out there. He looks better than a lot of these young players out there, and he takes care of himself. And, it would be nice for him to come back another season, but he has to understand and he has to do what's going to be best, not just for himself, but for his family's sake as well. So I'm happy to be able to have him for the season that we have had. And I hope whatever he decides to do in the future endeavors better him and better his family as well. And definitely he has a Hall of Fame career in my book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, the amount of years he's played and as well as he's played, it should be a Hall of Fame career. Yes. He should be in the Hall of Fame when he retires and stuff like that. Yes, I agree with you.
So,
yeah, I don't know if he's had that kind of career. He's had a solid career. I don't know if he's had a Hall of Fame career.
right.
Yeah, but how many
longevity does not put you in the Hall of Fame.
That is true.
Just because you play a lot of years doesn't mean you make the Hall of Fame. He's had a solid career. There's no doubt. But, if you look at his numbers, he hasn't, put up Hall of Fame numbers over his career. He's been lucky to be healthy. He's been lucky to play as long as he has. He's a great player, but Hall of Fame, I don't know.
Right.
Well, I'm putting it all together, and to me, he's a Hall of Famer. That's my opinion. I'll agree to disagree with you on it. He's an all-around player. He could be a great coach at the end of it all too.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, he's helped our offensive line, our defensive line, that part, yeah. But as far as numbers go to make the Hall of Fame, I don't think they're there.
Well, like I said, I'll agree to disagree with you, brother. Good morning, Joe Rist and Jennifer Crandall. Hope y'all are doing well. Don't know where you're at this week, Joe. You traveling fool. You get to see Tom and Jedediah today, huh?
Yeah, Gary's there. Tom, Jedediah. I'm sure there's other people. Anybody wants to tailgate, reach out to me. We're at the end of J, right near K. There'll be a bunch of us hanging out, so come on over and enjoy the Dolphins. We're right across from New York City Dolphins takeover, so you can walk over there, see that, hang out with us. We walk back and forth. We go over to their tailgate, come back to ours, go back over there, walk back to ours. So we walk all over the place.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, who else played last night? I didn't see the final score of that other game.
Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh.
That's right.
19-17. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was. Cincy moved the ball like crazy, just couldn't score. And
Right. Well, Pittsburgh's defense is tough, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. That's why Pittsburgh is what Pittsburgh is. Their defense is solid. They have a solid defense. They'll keep you in the game as long as possible, but it's just offensively, they just can't get it together. They have a solid defense. That's something that I'm looking forward to because we do face them in Pittsburgh next season. And that's a possibility game that I can go to because that's a train ride.
Yeah, how far of a train ride is that?
Maybe 4 or 5 hours tops, 6. With the stops in between.
Well, hey, if we have to, I'll come down, pick up Tom, swing into Philly, pick you up, and then we drive there.
Hey, that sounds like a plan to me.
Do what I got to do.
All right.
I'd rather have you sitting in the car bullshitting with us than sitting on a train by yourself.
Hey, that sounds like a plan. That's going to be a hell of a trip.
Yeah, I could see it now. Roll down the window and a bunch of smoke comes out.
No, we got to pull over for that. Not in the car.
No, not in the car.
We ain't Cheech and Chong in it.
Not oh my God, on Pennsylvania hot? Hell no. Mm-mm. They got more speed traps than a little bit on that motherfucker now. I swear to you. Oh, it's nobody there. No, you think it's nobody there, but trust me, it's somebody there. So,
let's see. Not a whole lot going on this morning.
It's the last week of the season. We know what we got to do. We know what we need. So it is what it is.
basically, yeah, absolutely. You couldn't say it any better, because I've had people ask me, well, what? I said, listen, it's out of our hands. I said, we had so many opportunities to take this matter into our own hands, and we did not do it. We've been at the threshold on a lot of games where we've lost the game. We've lost the game. And no disrespect to our opponents, we lost the game. So, until we have somewhat of a killer instinct and get back to basics and have a little bit of physicality with the finesse, then, we're going to be who we are. And people got to understand that finesse doesn't win Super Bowls. Greatest show on turf, they still had a defense. Even though the defense wasn't as good, they did what they had to do to help win the game. But I'll say this. With us, we have to find some type of physicality to balance out with that finesse.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you need the offensive lineman so that you can actually run the ball between the center and the guard and the tackle and the guard, and not have to always be outside and pitching the ball and running wide receiver screens. Yeah, the finesse is great when it works, but when they figure it out and it don't work, you look like crap.
Absolutely. So, that's go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm just looking. Joe Rist is home until March, and then he goes to Belize.
Wow.
Morning, Dave Gunkel Jr.
Morning, off.
Yeah, they're saying Tua is officially doubtful for today, and all signs point to him not dressing at all. They elevated Skylar Thompson, of course.
Snoop a start.
Yeah, Snoop is starting. Listen, if Snoop can throw over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, we run the ball a little bit, we win the game.
Right.
They've also elevated offensive tackle Ryan Hayes to the active roster for Week 18.
Well, I don't think he can do any worse than Eichenberg. So,
Well, that's tackle, not guard.
Well, still moving the guard. He can't do any worse. How can Eichenberg be that big and supposedly that strong and he's laying on his back all the damn time?
Well, like I keep saying, everybody, what I do want to see in our draft, I want us to go after interior offensive and interior defensive people. That's exactly where you win. Those insides cover guys, you need them guys that's going to be able to cover those tight ends, because that was our weakness this year. We were getting lit up by the tight ends from almost every team, almost every game. So that is something that we have to work on. We need guys that can cover and be able to sit there and do some covering, spying, have some speed with them. You know what I mean? And be able to sit there and be able to run the whole defense and know and tell the defense, yo, this is what we need. This is what it is. I know the call. Listen to the call. Start having some coach. You got to start. You're not. I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetically saying. Just saying. You might not have Calais Campbell on this team next season. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have another player or players that's going to have to take that role, step up, be able to call stuff out. Be like a player coach on that field. So you're going to need that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see. We'll see how things work out today. I expect us to come out fighting. But what Miami Dolphins team comes out, we'll find out in the first couple drives. We'll find out. I literally will say this. I mean, we'll see if they're ready just to pack it in. Oh my God, it's just too cold. We're just here to play, or they're gonna actually sit there and be like, you know what, we still got a chance to win, and we win if we still have a chance to get in. We're gonna win.
Well, to beat the Jets, Dolphins will likely have to end their 11-game losing streak in games played below 40 degrees.
It's a hell of a stat.
Yeah.
Not the kind you want to hear.
Hell no, but the facts are the facts. Like I said, until that's why I keep telling everybody, we can't ever talk about playoffs or Super Bowl unless you sit there and able to win games in all types of climates, which you shouldn't have to sit there and say that about a football team, but with us, we have to. That's kind of disturbing to me. You know what I mean? But hey, look.
Hey, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's part of being a Dolphins fan. When they get to the cold weather, they don't play well. They don't win a lot of games. And it is what it is. It sucks.
Let's go ahead and take our quick commercial break.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Get his good food and sweet treats. And don't forget the cheesecake.
Yeah, man, Chef Jew with them treats, man. That dude, whew. And it's made with love, guys and ladies. His food, you can tell, is definitely made with compassion and love. So definitely give Chef Jew a look out and give him a call. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm looking at the article on Chris Greer potentially retiring after the season is a not entirely new dilemma for the Dolphins. Stephen Ross would want to conduct this. Many have questioned whether 84-year-old Stephen Ross would want to conduct a search for a new GM, especially considering how well liked Greer is in the building. So what if Greer does retire from his current position and take a higher executive role with the team? It would be similar to Mike Tannenbaum's situation that eventually cleared the path for Greer to become the GM. A quick trip down memory lane isn't a good one for the Dolphins fans. Jeff Ireland was fired and Ross couldn't get a good GM candidate to replace him. His interviews included several candidates backing out of the job. Miami eventually hired Dennis Hickey, who at the time was considered the only person to want the job. Hickey didn't last long, and Tannenbaum oversaw the team as the top football executive without an actual title. When Hickey was fired, the Dolphins promoted Greer in 2016, and for the first time it was Tannenbaum pulling the strings for the team. Is this really a potential path Ross may take again?
Well, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Greer. Some do. Some don't care. But when you get rid of them, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Big Money, welcome to the panel shake.
Yo, Shay, what's up, brother?
Jake? We go into the draft in April with a new GM, and all of a sudden he starts making picks. People are going to be bitching about what he's picking.
Yep.
All right, gents. Go ahead, Chick.
To be fair, this fan base, if there's nothing to complain about, we complain about not having nothing to complain about.
To take the words out of Winter's mouth, you ain't never lied.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, it's sad. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. I mean, that's just what it has come down to. And that's where a lot of the fan base is like, okay, well, I want this, but I want this. No, you can't have it all. Trust me. It would be.
Hey. Don't tell this fat kid he can't have his cake and eat it too.
Hey, listen, damn it. You cannot have your cake. I mean, you can. You go ahead. You're going to pay the consequences. Go ahead. That's on you.
Trust me, I know. I'm fat.
But it's just, it gets to a point where it's like, yo, this is the reality. This is what it is. A lot of people are on board with it. A lot of people are not on board with it. And it's like, look, I mean, what are you going to do? You're either going to ride, you're going to ride this ride, or you're going to get off.
What's up, Fib Posse Podcast? How you doing?
By the way, Papa Paul, I don't call myself fat. I have a wife that does that for me.
Thank you, Fib Posse. Thank you very much.
My wife is not fat. She's not fat. She's fluffy, and I like fluffy.
Now my wife calls me fat.
No, you're just fluffy.
Hey, it's wintertime. Women need them fat guys to snuggle up to.
Mm.
Damn right.
No, my wife don't want me because I'm cold. I get cold feet and stuff very easily because I got poor circulation. So she wants me to stay away.
We lost Shake.
He'll be back.
All right. Well, I got to call it a day, guys, because I got to get ready and pack stuff up to drive up to the stadium. So,
Brother, you take care. Enjoy yourself. Have a safe trip, man.
and I'll see you all tomorrow night.
All right. Peace out. Fins up, family.
Peace, love, and fins up, all.
Oh, man. You want to do the rundowns of the game? We can run down the games today, and then we can wrap it up.
We did last night, and you were out, but no, I was thinking of doing it again.
Okay.
Let me bring them back up here. Yeah, the first one we got is Carolina at Atlanta, which is I don't think Atlanta can't even. It's no win situation there.
Well, my whole thing is this. I will say respectfully Carolina, and the reason why, respectfully Atlanta, because the reason why I say is this. Carolina is good. It's a divisional game. It's a game where it could go either way, but Atlanta's defense is very vicious. So I'm going to give the edge to Atlanta because they're at home.
Yeah. Shake, welcome back, brother. You there, Shake?
Cap, what's up, Cap?
What's going on? I'm back.
You're back. Glad you're back. So how are you this morning besides chilly?
Oh, not much, man. I'm looking forward to doing, as crazy as it may sound, I'm looking forward to do some yard work.
Hey.
It's a good day to do it because you won't get too hot.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're getting ready. When I get done here, we're going to go outside and pick up some more sticks out of the front yard and put them in a burn pile and burn it. So that way we can get warm around the fire.
Well, I'll be getting ready for snow because it is supposed to start snowing around here probably around 2:30 in the morning. That's what they're estimating. And it'll be snowing all throughout the day, and it's not tapering off until Monday evening. So I'll be looking outside my window
I was
and
going
going
to say,
outside.
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so basically that's why I took care of everything I needed to take care of on Friday. So I actually might get called into work, so I've got to keep an eye on everything. So
Well, good for you. Good for you.
yeah.
So that's one thing I like about having the 4:00 game, so I can get a bunch of shit done, and
Right.
and then have the rest of the day for myself.
There you go. I'm probably when I get off of here, I'm in the midst, not just talking to you guys, but like I said, I'm watching the wrestling pay-per-views from over the week, and I'm watching Wrestling Dynasty right now, and talking to you guys. And after I'm done doing that, I'm doing my chores, eating something, and then I'm watching Red Zone up until it's time for us to play.
See, the thing about the Dolphins being a 1:00 game is a 50-50 proposition because if the Dolphins win, I'll do my chores and I'll be good. But if they lose, I'm like, I ain't doing shit.
Well, the next game on the list, winners is New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Now, that's going to be a tough one. Tampa Bay needs to win to get in.
Right.
If they don't win, they're out. Now, New Orleans has nothing to lose, but they can play spoiler.
Right. Absolutely. I say this. That's a divisional game. That's a divisional game too. So that game can go either way. But I'm gonna take Tampa Bay because they're at home. They're tough at home, dude.
Yeah.
They really are.
Well, Finn Posse says Tampa by 20.
Mm-hmm.
They are, according to the stats, they are a 13.5-point favorite. So, yeah. With the points, I go New Orleans, but I think without the points going straight up, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Right.
I know Shake said last night he takes Tampa Bay too. Got to
I'll tell
pick
you what,
those.
man. Tampa is in a must-win situation. Win playoffs. The 4 seed or bust, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Yep. Then we have Washington at Dallas. Washington's already got is locked, and they're probably going to sit a good portion of their starters, at least half the game.
Correct.
So, but I'm still going to go with Washington on that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm going with Washington.
Even though it's at Dallas, I still got to pick Washington.
Yeah, Dallas. What is there to say about them? I mean, you got a really good defense down there, and when Dak went out, you know how things just started just to unravel. I don't see McCarthy being back with this team at the end of the season. They're going to probably go in a different direction. They're probably going to lose Micah Parsons probably during the off season because I don't know if they're going to be able to offer him enough money to stay. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, going on down there.
B. McD, Mike Evans needs 5 catches for 85 yards to get an extra $3 million. I think he can get that. Mike Evans is a tough son of a bitch. That's actually my mother-in-law's favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chicago. Go ahead, Shake.
No, I was going to say, in my opinion, though, the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL was is Godwin and
Evans.
Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
No matter who the quarterback was, they had success. Jameis Winston, Tom Brady,
Mm-hmm.
and now freaking Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they nice. They sneaky. And we face them next season also.
Yes, we do.
Is it at home in Tampa or is it in Miami?
It's in
Miami.
Okay.
I got to see about getting extra tickets for that game.
Right.
Chicago at Green Bay.
That's a divisional game, but and it's crazy. Chicago plays them very tough. But thing about it is, right now with Green Bay, I think Green Bay wins it. Aren't they're what are they seeded in the playoffs? Anybody know right offhand? Or are they in the playoffs?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
The Bears are not in, but Green Bay's in.
Green Bay's in. Okay.
Yeah, they either they either got the 7th seed, but if I forgot, there's a team that loses. They're going to be right now. They're in their 7th seed, but I forgot there's a team that has to lose.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, Jacksonville at Indiana.
That's a divisional game as well. Jacksonville's just had the worst luck. Well, just losing their starting quarterback for the season.
Yeah.
But Indianapolis has had opportunities, and they can sit there and do their thing. They seem like they got everything clicking at the end of the season. So I'm going with the Colts.
Alexis Torres is asking if Teron Armstead playing today. That is a game's time decision the last I've seen. So in other words, about 2:30, 2 o'clock is when we'll find out.
Maybe earlier.
Teron Armstead, he wants to play no matter what sometimes, but it's going to depend on how bad his knee's bothering him. Next one is Buffalo and New England, which is neither team's going to care if they win or lose.
Right. So 9 times out of 10, Buffalo's resting a lot of their players.
And New England, they got the number 1 seed. So,
Right.
they want to keep that number 1 seed so they can trade it for draft capital.
Right.
So I'm going to say Buffalo on that, of course.
So I agree.
I don't like rooting for Buffalo, but what can I
The
say?
facts are the facts, man. That's just what it is.
I don't want to root for New England either. As Johnny said last night, a tie.
Yeah, tie.
Then we have the Jets at Philadelphia. The
The
Giants at Philadelphia.
Giants at Philadelphia. I was like, how the Jets are playing at 2 places? I don't know.
The Giants at Philadelphia.
Philly's going to rest a lot of people. The discussion this week was, should Saquon play and try to break the record? And they did the smart thing and said that they're going to not have him play. Everybody was like, they should let him go for it. And I said, you know why you don't let him go for it? Because non-contact injuries do exist. So why would you sit there and force that? Why would you sit there? And I mean, the man, I understand. Listen, I understand. I do. I understand. He's the 9th man to go over 2,000 yards. And why not? You're only 102 yards away from breaking the all-time season record held by Eric Dickerson. And then that's a whole nother discussion. That's a whole nother discussion because it was done in 16.
Yeah, 16 games.
16 games, and then it was 17. So it would be a whole asterisk or whatever they would have to do. But at the end of the day, why sit there and risk that if your end result is winning a Super Bowl? So,
yeah. B. McD, Miami has a 21% chance to get in the playoffs. This is rough, but you're telling me there's a chance. That's all that matters. I don't care if it's a 1% chance. There's a chance.
And pigs are flying.
Oh, hush. Next game, Houston at Tennessee.
Who was the first team?
Houston.
Houston at Tennessee?
Yes, sir. Houston at Tennessee.
I'll take Houston over Tennessee.
Yeah. That's a give me as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the major game, Kansas City, Denver.
I mean, our dream would be if Mahomes would suit up and everybody would go out there and beat the brakes off of Denver for us, and we could be fine. But the reality is they're going to probably rest everybody, and we're just going to have to hope that the Chiefs beat the Broncos. Because let's think about this. The last time they sat there and played each other, they won by a blocked field goal, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Broncos are going to play the Kansas City Chiefs very tough because it's their playoff lives on the at stake as well. So they're going to have their starters out there. They're going to sit there and want to sit there and press the issue. So I'm like this. I would like to pick the Chiefs to win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Denver pulls this game out, knowing that it's their playoff lives at stake. And if they don't win this game and we win, that we're in.
Yep, I agree. And we have San Fran at Arizona, which is not a very important game.
Not at all. Both teams are eliminated, I think. Both teams are eliminated from the playoffs.
Yes.
But I'm going to sit there and take Arizona over San Fran because it seems like Arizona is a little bit more at full strength than San Fran is right now. Their injuries have sat there and been hurting them. They gotten their defense back at the right time, but it was too late. And
they're playing in Arizona, so I'm going to have to go with Arizona on that one. Mm-hmm. B. McDee's praying Bo Nix folds under the pressure. That's on the Kansas City-Denver game.
Correct.
So, yeah, that'd be nice. Next game, we have Seattle at the Rams.
That's a good game, and that game could go either way because they play each other. They play each other hard. And the Rams are playing their top football right now at the right time, and people can't sleep on them right now.
No, I'd have to go with the Rams on that one, being at Rams Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't sleep on them because right now they are playing good football at the right time.
Just want to thank everybody for joining us before we get to the last couple games. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It all helps us out in one way or another. So, next game we have is the Chargers at Las Vegas.
I got the Chargers. No disrespect to Las Vegas. The Chargers are just a stronger team.
Yeah.
Yep, and I heard the coach is leaving at the end of the season.
On the Chargers?
Over to Vegas.
That's interesting. And then, of course, the last game is the Miami Jets.
We already know, I think unanimously, we can all say that the Dolphins are going to beat the Jets. Because I'll be damned, I'm trying to root for the Jets.
We do have the most important game after that, but go ahead, Shake.
Yeah, the Miami Jets does not have a ring to it, by the way.
No, not at all.
Of course, I got Miami.
The big game of the day, big game of the day, Minnesota, Detroit. That's going to be a battle royal. I'm going with Minnesota's defense to beat Detroit, even though I love Detroit, really.
I say that it's in Detroit, and the train's going to keep rolling for Detroit. It just seems like they find a way to win anytime, every time. If this is a game that they could afford to lose, this would be the game to do it.
Well, this is the thing. This is a divisional, practically a conference championship game almost. This is like a Super Bowl game. And
positioning, if I'm correct. So
if loser goes to 5th seed.
Shoo.
I said it, Minnesota. This is the game where Sam.
You broke up there, Shake. What was that?
I say Sam Darnold turns back into a pumpkin.
This is a divisional championship game on top of everything. You're playing for the number 1 seed, and the loser goes to 5th seed.
Yeah, that's a lot. You go from being home field advantage to and a bye week to preparing to go on the road.
Yeah, like we did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat for Life saying Eagles need to look at what happened to Flowers last night.
Yeah, and you know what, Cap? I just mentioned that earlier because that was the major discussion here. It's the major discussion here in Philly. What should he go for the record? And I kept telling everybody, what's more important, a Super Bowl or a record? You can't have both. I said non-contact injuries do happen. So,
it's like I've said several times, records are great, but they don't win the games.
No,
not at all.
Because Marino had broken how many records he's broken.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the day, somebody's broken those records that he's broken.
Yep.
Well,
I know, Shake, you have Larry K coming back this week.
Yep. Hey, real quick, I just want to point out Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Dan Marino have one thing in common. You know what that is?
Go for it. I'm not sure.
They all broke the season single touchdown record and lost in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
All three of them. Marino with his 48 lost to San Francisco. Tom Brady with 50 lost to the Giants, and Peyton Manning with 55 lost to the Seahawks.
That's an interesting fact. That's a good freaking trivia question and all. Wow. Cool. So Larry K's on Tuesday, right, Shake?
Yes, Tuesday. This Tuesday.
Okay. Shake or winners, go ahead. Anything else you want to say?
Just want to thank everybody that tuned in on all platforms this morning to be here with us. I want to thank my brother Shake Money and Johnny O for joining us this morning, and thank you for having the show as always. And everybody, you already know what the saying is: JETS sucks, sucks, sucks. With that being said and in mind, have a great afternoon. Be safe in your travels if you're going to the game. And as always, peace, love, and fins up.
Hands up,
Peace,
baby.
love, and fins up, everybody. See y'all tomorrow afternoon.
All right.
Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning in to real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.